What's up everybody? Welcome to another Pokéfusion video. So what I've done is I took all 151 of the first generation Pokemon, wrote them on a bunch of slips, put them in this little cup, shook it up, and we are going to be choosing Pokéfusions this way from now on. So our first one, we've got Chansey, and we're going to shake it around a little bit again. Second one, we got Poliwag. So to start out, we are going to have just a full sketch page of me just drawing the character, what I think they would look like, mixing the designs together. So you can tell we have mostly the body of Chansey with more details of Poliwhirl. So for the Chansey, the egg shape for the body, the long little hair doodads, I don't really know what those are called. And then I replaced the egg with the swirl that you see on Poliwag's stomach, and then put the tadpole tail on the character. I thought that would be a good way to show off that this is a water fairy Pokemon instead of just a water outright. I really enjoyed how round this character was. Everything kind of has this overall egg shape, which was both challenging and rewarding. With this one here, you can tell I was kind of having a little difficulties with the perspective. I went with the pose where the character is kind of swimming upward. I kind of framed it poorly, so the little hair bits on the top didn't really fit too well. I did the best with the format that I had. I still think it turned out cute, but it does kind of have you question what direction it's going in. That's one of the reasons I really enjoy doing digital art as well, is that when you are sketching or just working in general, it's very forgiving. So you can, select the section you need to move or rotate and have it, or crop the canvas, and you can just make it into whatever format you want it. Whereas with sketchbooks, I'm still relearning how to make sure everything is fitting nicely. Composition. That's the word I'm looking for. To compose it nicely. So again, for inking, I'm using a 0.5 micron and these two Tombow calligraphy pens that I got. My pens are actually starting to run out of ink. I can always just order more off of Amazon. Not a big deal. You can kind of tell, or at least I could tell while I was drawing it, that they were starting to dry out. You can see I go over the lines a few more times than I normally would when I work with the calligraphy pens. But here I'm just going in with the Micron right now, doing some fine lining. I don't know if you can hear my cat. He's kind of running around right now playing with a mouse toy. Sorry about that. But either way, going in now with the Tombow calligraphy markers, or Tombow calligraphy pens. I noticed that when I use just Micron, my alcohol markers smudge them, and you can't really get that off. So going over it with this is kind of important. It does kind of suck when it comes to the finer details that I don't go over with these pens, because there's no really fixing it. I might look into different fine lining pens to see if I can find anything else that won't smudge or even erase as easily. Going in here now, I have the color testing or the color swatching that I'm doing on the sketch page, and I'm writing down what numbers they are, so in case I need to come back. I put some C's and ALs next to them, so you know which ones, and so I know which ones are the Copic markers and which ones are the Artist Loft markers. So I'm going in right now with that blue color I was telling you about. This is that smoky blue Copic marker. I like this color a lot. I remember in my last Pokéfusion video I had said that the Copic markers were being kind of patchy, and that I didn't normally feel like that with my Artist Loft markers. I think it's actually the paper that I'm using in the sketchbook paper. It's actually a mixed media Strathmore sketchbook, so it's probably got something to do with the paper rather than the markers themselves. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I was struggling a little bit with how to color this character because I wanted to incorporate that blue and the pink without, you know, muddying it up and making it purple overall. I think I did okay. I'm not exactly a huge fan of how this looks. Like, if this were an actual Pokemon, I definitely wouldn't be like, oh, I need to get this Pokemon, man, it looks so cool, fairy, water type, but I don't think the point of doing these Pokéfusions is to necessarily make a really good Pokemon as opposed to exploring what it could be. It's just character design fun. I'm not being paid to do this. It's fine. And as we're wrapping up here, I'm just going over again with that smoky blue color to just try to give it some depth and shading on there. That's one of the things I really like about the alcohol markers, is that you can keep going over it, to an extent, obviously, but you can use the same color over itself to give that cell shade type of look, or you can blend it out to make it look painterly. And then just adding some small details with a white Gellyroll pen to just have it stand out from that shaped background I gave it. And there we go, sketch to finish. We got ourselves a brand new Pokéfusion. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. If there's a different Pokéfusion you'd like to see me draw or any other kind of videos, please let me know. Subscribe to my channel to see all my newest videos. Thanks for stopping by.